back on. Trixie Lane. Thank you, Trixie Lane, for the 5 gifted memberships. How is everybody? Can everybody hear me? Can you hear Jamie?
Hey, guys.
Just let us know if we could be heard. That'd be wonderful. Wonderful. Y'all smash that like. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Trixie. Trixie Lane, everybody. Can y'all hear me? Now I'm going to pick up your accent, Jamie.
Yeah, it's a good one to have. You know,
it's not a bad one. It's not a bad one. Can you guys hear me? Hello. Okay. Oh, wow. What do you mean? Oh, wow. What does that mean? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. We'll take that. Hey, guys, can you guys hear us? Can somebody tell us that they can hear us? Holly Jolly. Yes, we hear you.
Y'all.
Okay, great. So, guys, in case you don't know who this is, and people say, you know, Toddy, sometimes you should wait a little bit and let people come on the channel. So let me give people a second just so we can know who. Some people do know who you are. Is that yes, you could hear me, or yes, you know who this person is that's on the panel? That's the newest question, guys. Hello, Whittle Mousy. I like that name. I'm pigging out on nachos and watching.
Yum, Trixie.
What kind of nachos, Trixie? Right? What kind of nachos? Wait a minute. Hello, Mary Cat. Hello. Good, Darlene. Good. Guys, thank you for joining us today on this Tuesday. Tuesday, right? Tuesday at 2 o'clock. Tuesday morning at 2 o'clock. Eastiana, I'm going to move in with her. She lives in Scotland.
It's gorgeous there.
What's that?
It's gorgeous there.
Yeah. Have you been?
No, but I've looked at a lot of pictures.
Yeah. You could virtually travel now. Seriously, you should check that out. That's something. It is something.
Yeah, I have the MetaQuest where you can just walk in 3D. It's amazing.
Store bought. It'll make me sick later. We still just queso. Oh, so just cheese. Okay, I like cheese. I like beef. I'm a beef person. 7 p.m. for me. Yeah, it is. Wow, I really want to go back. I'd love to take my life and move it to Scotland. I would just love it. But guys, mushroom coffee. I know somebody that drinks that and they like that. Buttons B. Sean, I haven't seen you in a minute, and she's saying hello to the both of us, Jamie.
Hey.
Mushroom coffee. Check that out, Trixie Lane. I'm serious. I've heard good things about it. Really, I have. Ranch dressing. Somebody likes ranch dressing.
I have coconut cream coffee today.
Oh, very cool. I'm still drinking my raspberry chocolate.
Yum.
But then I only had strawberry chocolate or strawberry white chocolate creamer, but it goes pretty well together. Yeah. I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
Oh, she's just sneaking here. Okay. Gyps ahoy. Okay, guys. So listen, thank you all for joining us. This is special because it wasn't that long ago that Jamie, what happened to you? There you are, Jamie. It wasn't that long ago that Jamie was, and she still is a subscriber and part of our community. And one day I got an email from her saying, I kind of did something. And she sent me a link to this YouTube channel. And I was like, and she said, and this I take, and it's still, it humbles me. She said that our channel inspired her to do her channel. And I think that's wonderful because I have to tell you that her channel is much more polished than this channel. And I'm not beating up my channel. My channel is still trying to find its way and I'm letting it go because it's so far it's known where to go. You know what I'm saying? So, but your channel is much more, well, people will see what it is, but I have to say that you can feel the excitement you have and the pride that you have in talking about where you're now. You're talking about Pulaski, Tennessee, and the county of, what county is it?
It's Giles County.
Giles County.
It's right on the Alabama line.
Okay, so on the map, um, where would it be on the Alabama line? I mean, like, I guess I should have
Right in the
brought up a
middle.
map of that.
If you see I-65 going down the center of Tennessee, right where it connects with Alabama, Giles County is to the left of it.
I'm gonna bring it up. Hang on,
Okay.
Pulaski, Tennessee. And I'm gonna see if we can't just show it to people. Well, if I drove there, it'd be about a 15-hour drive, just so you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a good way.
Okay, so it's south of Nashville,
Hmm. About
obviously,
76
because
miles.
and it's just north of basically Birmingham.
Yeah,
And
we're
it's
about 3 hours from Birmingham.
and you're just east of Memphis. Am I
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Very
Yeah.
cool. And just oh, so that seems like a pretty central area to be
It
because Chattanooga is just to your east.
Yeah, we're right in the center of everything and right on
Yeah,
the interstate. So,
Huntsville, you're right by
mhm.
Huntsville.
But where we are is tiny and it's so rural. You have to drive pretty much an hour at least to get to anything.
Yeah, I see that now
Yeah.
as I expand on the map, there is not a lot around Elkton. But I think that's awesome. So because there is a lot of history
A
in
lot.
that little teeny area, and it shocked me. I mean,
Yeah.
it really surprised me. So how many
And there's so much
generate?
more. I mean, I'm just getting started on the history.
Yeah,
I've got an episode that's going to be coming up later on talking about John Martin, who started the first female college for his daughter because she wanted to go to college and there were no female colleges. And that turned into Martin College and eventually it turned into UT Southern.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
And am I correct in I don't know if this is anything to be proud about, but am I correct in that's where the start of the KKK?
Absolutely. They got started right here in this tiny town. And I think I show pride in the way that we handled it.
No, you did a great job with that video. You
Thank
have
you.
about 4 or 5 videos up there.
Five. I started on February 2nd. I put my first video up. So
And
I have five.
you put up a video every Sunday, it
Every
seems.
Sunday, yes.
Right, right, right. Um, what happened? Trixie Lane, what's up? Yeah, nobody has a wrench. It has nothing to do with anything. Are you trying to just put her link up in the I will put it up. I promise I will. We're going to go through some of the videos here. I'm going to play a few of the videos if that's okay with her, right?
Yeah. I would love for you guys to see them, get a little intro into what you're looking at here.
Yeah, so to me it's actually thank you though, Trixie. But Tennessee has a great history. Do you see what Catman's lady
I do
says?
see that. I do
Okay,
see
okay.
that.
Okay, great, great, great. So, anyway, so
Yeah,
Dollyland,
Dollyland, absolutely.
Dollyland, yeah.
Bless Dolly's heart. She lost her husband.
Did
So,
she?
yeah, this morning. So bless her heart.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I'm sorry about I like Dolly Parton. Always have
Mhm.
done.
That was my
Always
first
liked her.
concert. Love Dolly here.
I've never seen her before, but I've always liked her sass. And
Yeah.
I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
really and when I didn't care for country music, I like it more now because
Mhm.
oh, she's Trixie's idol. I didn't know country music has changed a lot
It has.
and I like it a lot better now.
Yeah.
But even when I didn't like it, I liked her stuff. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I liked Reba's stuff.
The classics.
And I like Glenn Campbell's stuff.
Nice.
It wasn't it always had like something more than just give me back my truck and my girl and my beer,
Right.
you
Yeah.
know.
I love
So,
a story in a song. I tell you, I
right.
really like Ashley McBride. She's great at that. And Lainey
Mhm.
Wilson, the new artists, they're great at telling a story in 3 or 4 minutes. Love that.
Right, right. Huh. Yep. Um I liked the person that turned me around with country music I think was Garth Brooks.
Mm-hmm.
Because his songs they really didn't sound very country, and I liked
Right.
his voice and, that one album that he
Yeah.
came out with that had every song, like, The Dance on it,
Oh
Thunder
yeah, the greatest hits
Road.
one. That was amazing.
Yeah, it was no, he had the blue hat, the blue
Yep.
he was that the greatest hits one? I wasn't the
Yeah, he's
huge
on the Blue Hat
fan.
and the Greatest Hits. Yeah.
My partner at the time was the huge fan of Garth Brooks, and that's the only reason why. But there's some songs that I'll listen to, and it brings me back. And yeah, he's definitely part of the montage of songs in my life story.
Right.
So
Well,
anyway, so we have a few people that like Reba.
Reba is amazing. And I
Yeah,
tell you, she only
Celine.
had the one album, but I love Katie Oslin. Oh, love her.
I don't know who that is.
Oh,
I'm
well, you
gonna
should
have to
look into
look
that.
that
She's
up.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. And I like Keith Urban too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I like him. So, all right, guys. So let's check out a little bit of the channel. And by the way, so there is, you could do this or you don't have to do this. I'm gonna put it out there. So maybe at some point you have to do it now. So one of the first things Jamie sent me something, and when I got it, I was a little suspicious because I was like, who does this? But it was a beverage that when you get and do contests, you need to send people who can't get that beverage.
I may do that. Yeah.
Because
sure.
that was excellent.
Thank you.
Excellent. And my birthday's in May, so I would love another
I
batch
will
of that
hook you
because I
up.
cannot get it here. There is
No,
nothing that tastes like it.
nothing
And
even remotely close. It's just
yeah.
here.
Okay, well, cool. Well, why don't we start with that video? Why
Absolutely.
don't we check out that video, guys?
Okay.
So let me go to that because that's what I got to do now. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on, people now. Do, 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 do. Here we go.
Your doggy's named Elvira. I love that.
Oh, good. You're reading the chat. All right. Where is it? No, it's not that one. That one was kind of brutal. I just got to say, it's this one. Right.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure I'm on the right one here.
Yeah, that's the right one. Yeah.
Okay, but it started. Okay, very good. So let's watch this.
All right. Hmm. Can we not get it to play? There we go.
Hang on one second. Hang on.
There we go.
Hang on.
Towering over.
Wait a minute. So apparently I something up. I'm sorry, guys. I did something wrong here. Sorry about that, Jamie. So
It's all good. It's worth the wait, guys. Just hang on. I promise it's a great
is
one.
this the first one?
Yeah, it's the first one.
No, but is this the first one right here? The one I'm messing with now? Let's see.
I can't see that one now. It's Welcome to Pulaski is what it says.
Hang on. Nobody can see that one yet. Hang on, guys. Sorry. Leave it to me. All right. You see.
What are you talking about, Cherokee girl? The arthritis. I do have the arthritis. I've got the rheumatism
But
like my
that
pops.
I don't know why 2 of them are running. So that's my issue. Hang on.
Huh.
No, it's me. Trust me. Um, 'Cause I don't do this often enough to do this.
Right.
But this is it. I'm pretty sure that this is it. Pretty sure I got it now. Sorry about that, guys. I am sorry about that.
You're good.
Yep, so now here we
Yeah.
are. Sorry, guys. Let's do it again.
Hey y'all, I'm Jamie, and welcome to my channel, Milk, Honey, and Mayhem. I decided to start this channel because who doesn't love a good story, right? And where I'm from, well, we have some doozies, and they are far too interesting to keep all to ourselves. My hometown of Pulaski, Tennessee is an idyllic little spot of rolling hills, a thriving downtown district so
The
cute
audio's off
Walmart,
here, little
a
Toddy.
population of just over 8,000 people, 30,000 if you figure in the whole county. Tucked in Middle Tennessee, just along the Alabama state line, Giles County is known as the land of milk and honey. Close to 100 beekeepers still operate in the area, and cows dot every other field. I come from milk and honey myself. My maternal grandfather was the spunkiest little beekeeper you'd ever meet, and my dad's side had a dairy farm. Life here does resemble a simpler time, but that doesn't mean the folks here are simple people. Far from it. The Fugitives were a group of students and literature professors from Vanderbilt University in the 1920s. What began as a poetry workshop that met every other Saturday night brought about the rise of Southern Renaissance literature. And two of those poets, Donald Davidson and John Crow Ransom, were born and raised right here. We also have the Milky Way farm where Frank Mars lay his head while he dreamed of making some of our favorite chocolate confections. While he didn't actually make any of his candy here, the materials and labor needed to build such a magnificent estate gave a tremendous boost to the local economy, and his old homestead still draws visitors year round. If you've ever been to this part of the South, chances are you've seen someone drinking an ice cold sundrop. This is a delicious combination of orange juice, real cane sugar, lemon, lime, and carbonated water. Don't be fooled by the juice.
I could vouch for this stuff, guys. I could vouch for this stuff.
Yeah.
I liked this stuff. This is good. It
Delicious.
doesn't taste like anything I've had before.
Nope.
It's very good. Very good.
Juice, though. There's as much caffeine in this bottle as is in a large cup of coffee. Originally known as Golden Cola, it was formulated by a Missouri beverage salesman in 1949. He was looking for a place to bottle it, and just 2 years earlier, Buford White had founded the Nesbitt Spur Bottling Company here on First Street in downtown Pulaski. The unique taste and intense kick took off, and by 1961, old Buford had changed the name to the Sundrop Bottling Company due to the fact that it was in such high demand. That's about the only thing he had time to bottle. One thing time hasn't changed around here is that we still love our local liquid gold, so much so that we even have a festival dedicated to it. The whole town gathers around the square to judge the Sundrop Cake Contest, drink all sorts of beverages made with it, listen to live music, and fill the streets of dancing. In a unique nod to our milk and honey roots, we also have the milk drop, where one person stands on a tiny balcony at the top of the courthouse and pours an entire half-gallon of milk on the head of the person below them. That person's holding a cup on their head, and whoever catches the most milk in their cup is deemed the winner. Those are bragging rights almost as coveted as being crowned Miss Sundrop herself. Many small southern towns have somewhat of a questionable past, and Pulaski is no different. Down here, we don't hide our crazy away. We plop it in the front porch swing with a mason jar of lemonade and let it air out a little bit. When Tennessee was established in 1796, this area was heavily populated by the Native Americans who called these hills and twisty rivers home. Davy Crockett, a Tennessee congressman, got on well with the local Indians and understood their connection to the land. He strongly opposed the Indian Removal Act of 1830, but it passed by one vote, and an ironic twist of fate saw the convergence of two routes along the Trail of Tears right here. The bridge no longer stands, but you can still see the remnants of where 1800 Cherokee passed along what they call the trail where we cried. 4,000 Native Americans lost their lives on that journey, and I can't help but wonder how many of those walked along this very riverbank. The indigenous community here puts together an amazing powwow every year. The cultural experience is phenomenal, the food is delicious, and sounds of joy fill the air. But if you pause long enough, you can still feel the desperation of the spirits from long ago as they trudged into the unknown.
I love that.
Yeah.
Despite the area being heavily in favor of the Confederacy, Union forces had control of Pulaski for most of the Civil War. A large part of why they were so successful at holding the area were the United States colored troops. Given the option to escape the hell of slavery, these men worked alongside their white brothers to save our town from being burned to the ground like so many others around us. After the end of the war, many of these soldiers continued to serve the U.S. Army, while others became prominent members of the community.
The city of Pulaski honor the 110th and 111th Regiments United States Colored Troops in Giles County, who were a critical part of the U.S. Army's success during the Civil War, defending against Confederate forces, a history that hasn't always been known by many.
You may have been forgotten on some of history's pages, but you remain on our hearts and minds for ceaseless ages.
Just because we didn't see any battles here during the war, our town was not immune to its share of violence. Sam Davis was a young Confederate soldier passing through the area on his way to deliver sensitive information to General Bragg. As the moon grew high, he sat down to rest under a plum tree in Minor Hill. Two Union boys dressed as Confederates took the opportunity to ambush him, arrest him, and transport him to the Union headquarters, where he was charged with spying after they found newspapers, detailed maps, and descriptions of federal fortifications. Given the opportunity to spare his life by stating where he'd gotten the information from and who he was taking it to, he refused, saying if I had 1,000 lives to live, I would give them all, rather than betray a friend or the confidence of my informer. On November 9th, 1863, he was hung from a tree on this hill overlooking downtown. When I was a wee little thing attending elementary school, this place was always a favorite on field trip days. In our innocence, we thought it was the perfect spot for a bag lunch and a couple of rounds of hide and seek, but standing here now, well, the weight of history is a heavy one. There's a statue of Sam Davis in front of the courthouse dedicated to his honorable sacrifice, and it does little to erase the horrors of the past. If you've heard of Pulaski, Tennessee, then you probably know that one of the biggest horrors in the history of the United States got its start right here. This picturesque little town was the birthplace of the Ku Klux Klan. But what you might not know is how the people here reacted to that as the years passed by. And we will get into that in a future video because there's a lot to unpack there and it is messy. But I'm going to do my best to check my privilege at the door and tackle it because it's a fascinating story that puts an entirely new spin on being proud of where you come from. So if you love...
So I just want to stop for a second and say that Jamie has 99 subscribers. Got it. 99. Come on.
Some good old Southern tea, and I know you do, and hit that like button and make sure to subscribe because we're going to be talking good old Southern tea, and
Hang
I know
on,
you...
I just want to, because I interrupted you. Hang on.
So if you love some good old Southern tea, and I know you do, then hit that like button and make sure to subscribe because we're going to be talking about everything from a pair of serial killing twins to the kidnapping of a country music legend. Well, that's all for now, but I want to know, have you ever been to Pulaski? What'd you think about it? And most importantly, have you ever tried a sun drop? Tell me in the comments below, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Until then, y'all be good.
So, guys, that's Jamie's channel, and she's got a few videos up here. Let's see. So, there's some dark stuff. I just want to be fair. The twins video is dark. I just want to be fair. And the yellow deli video is dark. So at some point, I think that those videos, in all fairness, and Jamie and I spoke about this, she's going to have to manipulate a little bit. What happened to Jamie? Anyway, she's going to have to manipulate. She's coming back. She must have fell out of sync here. But she's going to have to switch those videos up a little bit simply because those videos are kind of dark and she's going to have to mute some stuff or bleep some stuff. So if you guys are into, you know, 2 of them are kind of dark. If you guys want to see them as they are, I recommend you go and check them out now.
Yeah.
Because they're going to have to be changed up at some point, I think so. And you have 105 subscribers, I was told.
Yay! Thank you guys so much.
And it's always good, as we know, to engage in the comments and
Absolutely.
such. But so we have some people here in the chat. Is there anybody that has any questions for
Yeah.
Jamie? Or thank you, Esti Anna. She has a lot of views on those videos. Way to go, Jamie. Yep.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So you said that this community helped you start your channel.
Yeah. Yeah. I really had stopped. I used to be a writer. That's since birth. I was a writer, and I'd really stopped writing and just, went on with my life day to day. And then I started listening to you, and you were really just killing it. And I'm like, your presentation, it just flowed so well. And then I got in the chat with you lovely folks, and I just felt so welcomed. And I thought, you know what, I can do this. I can do this. I can put my interests out there.
Absolutely. And you did a great job. Now
Thank
you wrote yours is more scripted.
I do. I pick a story, and then I'll do the research and write out the script and then film it all.
So you're getting your writing.
Yeah, it fell right back in, and it's so wonderful because it was when my mom passed that stopped. So
I don't know when it stopped. I mean, I really don't remember the day that stopped for me. And the channel, it has helped with creative juices, my channel, but not so much with the writing, though. Or there's some things that come to my mind that I will write down and make a point of saying it, because I feel like maybe that phrase will help somebody understand how I'm trying to say something.
Right.
So, but Jamie, Trixie has a question for you.
Oh,
So
yes.
hang on.
Tattoos. Yes, I am heavily tatted, folks. Got my bookworm over here. This arm, you can't see it all. It's like the microcosm of the macrocosm. We go from the bottom of the sea to outer space up here. And my favorite one is I don't know if you guys know Amy Ray, the Indigo Girls, but I actually gave her a Sharpie one night after a show and had her draw on my entire upper arm. You can kind of see her signature right there.
So you had somebody tattoo the drawing?
Yeah.
Okay,
I went the next
cool.
morning, and they went right over the Sharpie.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
So I'm tatted up from my feet up all over. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I finally got to where I just bought a machine and started doing my own.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah.
So you're your own tattoo artist then?
At this point, yeah. If I can reach it, I'm gonna ink it.
There you go. There you go. Okay.
I'm actually waiting on you guys to come together with a little one skipper design, because as soon as you do, I'm inking it on.
I don't know if I like that. We are working on some we are working. I have actually stuff that I just need to move around on fourth wall. Like I actually have the designs that the artist has done. And I don't know what my hesitation is, to be honest with you. I like this stuff. Don't get me wrong. I like this stuff. I just got to move on it. And so maybe I could do that tonight. I'm going back to work. I'm off usually 2 nights, so I'm going back to work tonight. So I hope to spend some time on that. But yeah, I like the way it's coming out. I don't know that it's going to fit on everything. I think that the shirt that we're working on now just seems to be a little bit more feminine. But I don't know anymore. Things are changing, right?
Right. Well, it'll work out. I see
It does.
some questions. Let me see if I can remember the ones that I saw here.
Wait, let's go back.
Okay. There was one, I think 1980 millennial asked if I've always loved history. Yes, I am a history nerd. I've always been a nerd. I've always loved reading, and history.
Here it is.
My favorite. And my parents, when we would go on family vacation, we would do historical things like I wouldn't go to the beach. I would go and see, where the Salem witch trials took place and tour the Hawthorne house or things like that. So, yeah, I've always loved that. And as far as bees and honey, yes, absolutely, we do. There's over 100 beekeepers still in town that operate and a lot of dairy farms. My grandfather was a beekeeper and my other grandfather had a dairy farm. So I come from milk and honey.
Very cool. Very cool.
Mm-hmm. Yes, history and documentaries. Those are my favorite. How old is Tennessee is from when we joined the Union? We were founded in 1796. I think we joined the Union 18. I'm not exactly sure. I think it was the 1830s, but I'm not entirely sure on that. Not entirely sure.
What's the question? I could look it up. When did Tennessee join the Union?
The Union, yes.
Okay, hang on.
And Trixie Lane, you should absolutely go check out the bees. Fried Green Tomatoes is an amazing movie. It's very much like that here. Peaceful.
Mary Stuart Masterson anywhere around there?
Absolutely.
Um,
I'm not as brave as she was in that movie, though. I'm gonna suit up when I go near the bees.
Hang on. Guys, if you have questions, can you put some asterisks or just capitalize everything? Just I don't want to miss anything.
Yeah.
So in 1866, Tennessee rejoined the Union.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
1866.
So July 24th, 1866. Involuntarily. Okay, so amendment forbidding slave holding involuntarily servitude on February 22nd, 1865, and ratified the 14th Amendment to the United States Constitution July 18th, 1866, and was first state readmitted to the Union on July 24th, 1866.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So, do you enjoy crime history? Yeah, go check out those videos, man. I'm telling you.
I've always loved crime history. I remember in the late 70s, early 80s, there was a little like magazine you could buy at the grocery store, something like True Detective or something like that. And I loved those. So I've always been into true crime style stuff.
It's so weird that such a small town has so much history
And
on it, eh?
There's a lot of it here. It's unbelievable.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yep.
That is so awesome. Misunderstood. I don't know what you're asking about. Is it true? I don't know if that's for us or if it's for somebody else. So if it's for us, just capitalize everything like we're doing right here. Okay. Jennifer Lappe says, or Jennifer Lapp, is it Lappy or Lap? I'm sorry. Subscribe to your channel.
Thank you so much. I hope to keep y'all entertained. We're going to be talking about...
Thank you, Cherokee girl. I'm sorry.
The kidnapping of Tammy Wynette. I don't know if y'all knew old country Tammy Wynette. She was kidnapped and found right here.
I didn't even know that she was kidnapped, but I know who Tammy Wynette is.
Yeah, well, she was kidnapped. Yeah.
My mom was a fan of country music. My mom's still around, don't get me wrong, but her things, she doesn't listen to music as much anymore, her likes have changed and stuff. In 1980 said she didn't know she was kidnapped.
Yes, she was. We'll be covering that here in a couple of weeks.
If so, look into the Phoenix City, Alabama, and Walker County, Alabama. Do you know anything about that? Did you read this comment? Okay.
Well. I will look into that. Thank you.
So again, some of these videos, the two that I mentioned, some of them were pretty dark, but
yeah, especially the one about the Bondurant twins.
Right, I agree. But I do have to say that the way you present it is not dark. So there's a nice contrast there.
Yeah, I try to get that juxtaposition there on the
yes, you got it. Yep, you got it there. And 1980 says history is dark sometimes.
It is. It is. Oh, Cherokee girl. Casey, let me just speak while we're here on Casey Anthony, can we?
Whatever. Yep,
This is
absolutely.
the one time that I would like to just speak out for my whole community of the Lgbt and say, we don't want you. We don't need you, girl. Please go far away from us. And
When
then
did that like
climb
how
down that cliff and keep going.
why is she talking for gay people?
I have no idea. But
Is she
she's
gay
trying to
all of a
malign
sudden?
her.
I'm unaware.
I don't think, as far as I know, she just said she wanted to, speak out for the community. And we no, the whole community, we don't want you, girl. Go.
She's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have some questions.
Okay.
Phoenix City was known as Las Vegas, just so you know that, just so that was something.
Okay. Okay.
It was admitted to the union. It was the 16th state, so that's from that person. I'm sorry, Catman's lady. Wait a minute, and then there was something else. Are
I
you? Here we
think
go.
Cherokee girl asked if I was native.
Yeah, right there. Right
I'm a
there.
quarter native. So my dad's grandmother was full-blooded Cherokee. So then my granddad would have been half. I think it works out to be a quarter. I've got the cheekbones. My dad looks really native. He does. So yeah, I'm a quarter. I have enough to claim it, I think.
Right, right. How is if you don't mind me asking, how is the gay community treated where you live?
It's always been fine. We actually recently, a few years ago, we started to have our own little pride fest here. Now I came out when I was 15. That's a long time ago. That was before Ellen. And the kids at the high school were a little iffy. But I just sort of I didn't let the bullying take hold. I just sort of reclaimed my identity, and nobody ever really gave me any issues here. There's a pretty high number of us in this small town.
Well, I think we're everywhere now.
Yeah, yeah.
In spite of everything.
Yeah.
So
Well, we keep striving. We're like those cockroaches. We'll be there forever.
I'd like to think of us more like Cher, who is like
Much.
cockroaches that will be there forever.
Yeah.
My mom went to rap.
Rap.
I guess my mom went from country music to rap.
To rap music.
Yeah.
I love some good
my
rap
mom
music.
likes she loves like Neil Diamond and
Yeah.
that. But I mean, listen, in all fairness, guys, I'm gonna put it out there. My mom at 87 years old found love again. And her boyfriend just moved in together. There you go.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Mom, if you see this, I told everybody. No lie. And that's
Toddy's
not
mom.
any of the family emergency that's been going on. That's not any of the family emergency that's been going on. So, but yeah, hey, Silnat, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a minute. How you doing, Silnat? Anyway, yeah, so that really happened. My mom, lives in one of those independent living centers that also has like it's a residential and it's nice. And she met somebody and like boom, it was like almost like love at first sight. And what's really weird is this guy, my two older brothers, know this guy because he used to have a place where one of them used to live and the other one had a second home. So like, so it was weird. It was just, it was really weird. And nobody knew until my mom introduced. And then it was, yeah. So, but yeah. So my mom found so those people, I'm sorry that you were mentally exhausted, Selnat. But yeah, so those people that don't believe in, let me tell you something. Like my mom found her soulmate. Can I just tell you, it's not even that she fell in love. Like I've never heard her so happy.
That's wonderful.
So those people that don't think that can happen to you, shit, it happened to my mom and she's 87 years old, man. And she's a cougar because he's like 82. So
liking him young. Well, actually, that's kind of how my parents fell in love too. They met. My dad was 16, my mom was 18, and my mom went home after that first date and said she found the man she was going to marry, and they made it 50 years.
Oh, God bless. God bless. God bless. So here's some questions. Here you go.
The powwow take place. I think it is in June or August. In June or August. They will post it on the Pulaski Citizen, and they'll say it on WKSR too. They'll announce it. And of course, I'm going to cover it on my channel, so I'll be letting y'all know what's going on.
Did you see the question that I put underneath? Because I don't know where you got
In
the.
homeopathic, does Pulaski embrace natural healing? Yes, we actually used to have a natural healing store. We don't anymore. We'll go like out of town to get that stuff, but we actually do have a lot of health food stores and healthy food options in town. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So this is the question that you answered first. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
right?
in Lawrenceburg. Hey, I was
Okay,
just over there
great.
the other day at Yamoto getting some sushi. Love it.
Great. So how far are you from I
From
saw Sharon.
Lawrenceburg.
I saw Sharon concert. I don't know why that came. Oh, because we mentioned Sharon. I saw her in concert, but that was God. That was about that was about 30 years ago.
Mm.
I'm sorry. I was saying something else and then that share thing because I want to make sure that I'm getting as many questions. If I've missed any of your question, guys, please. And I'm
Yeah.
going to ask you, please, just to put everything in caps. We don't think you're yelling. I just don't want to miss anything for Jamie.
Right.
Jamie's channel is Milk, Honey, and Mayhem. I'm going to go
Mhm.
ahead and I will put, hey, Trixie Lane, can you again put that up for me? Can you put the
Thank you,
link up for
Trixie.
me and I'll grab it and I'll post it? I should be able to post it. Maybe wait, maybe I could just do it. Hang on. Hang on, people. Let me see.
Yeah,
Maybe I could do it.
you guys definitely want to check out this Yellow Deli video. There's two of those as well. You definitely got to see that. They're all over the place. They're in different countries as well. Toddy, there's actually one up there near you if you want to go get a cult sandwich.
Yeah, no, thank you. But I saw that. I watched all of your videos. I'm not lying. I watched all of them. And
Well, thank
yeah,
you.
the yellow belly. Well, you had told me about that. And I thought that I had done like a small little video about that a long
Yeah.
time ago. And that was a wackadoodle thing, man. I'm not even laughing. Like that
Yeah.
was, and the fact
Those.
they're still in business, aren't they? Still there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And I tell you, the day after I posted that video, I drove by there and there were 6 cops in the parking lot. And I went, oh, but they were just eating. No.
No, really?
Yeah.
Were they really eating? Wait, we got
Yeah,
some
they
more
were really just,
questions.
they
Oh
eat
my
there
God.
all the time. I mean, I used to eat there all the time until I found out what was going on behind the scenes.
Crazy. Wait a minute.
Thank you, Kathy Hannah.
Kathy Hannah's great.
I love seeing all my people that I usually am in the chat with.
So here is the thing, guys. This is her channel, the new channel. Her channel.
Mhm.
I have done Maddie Soto, just so you know. I have a whole I think I have a playlist on Maddie Soto, just so you know, Mommy Lil Bear. I have spoken about Maddie Soto.
Mm.
And I will continue to speak about Maddie and that whole damn situation. I have a
So, Matt,
question.
yes. Yes.
Okay, there you go. Yes.
I'm all about the community sharing of writing, tossing that around. I love that.
That's cool. I wish I had time to read more. I don't. I mean, I don't. At some
Yeah,
point, I'm
you're
going to
busy,
retire,
Toddy.
and then yeah, at some point, I'm going to retire, and then I will get back into books. But mostly, I have to hear them. And
Mhm.
I enjoy reading. I
Mhm.
enjoy, and I don't feel like you get as lost when it's being narrated to you as you are when you're actually reading the book and that. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does it say? You must welcome Jamie and thank you. Oh, okay, there you go. Here we go.
Yes, Cherokee girl, you can Google the powwow calendar, and I've been to several, but I gotta say the one in Pulaski is by far my favorite. I mean, you can really feel the spirits of the ancestors there. It's wonderful.
Seeds of Change subscribe to you.
Thank you so much.
So,
I think you guys are
guys,
going to really enjoy what I've got coming. So.
you will, and I highly recommend you checking out the channel, because here's the thing, and I was talking to Jamie about this before we went live. So some of, when new people, that we have another one.
Thank you. Thank you. And Irish Ivy AJ, yes, guys, please. I would love to meet up with some folks.
That might have
Get a
been
sun drop.
Tammy, that might have been Trixie Lane. I'm gonna make that trip at some point. I will make that trip.
Absolutely.
But it probably won't be until after I retire.
Well, yeah, you'll have to bring Milo and Danny down with you, of course, so I
I
can
don't
pet these
know that
doggies.
Milo will still be with me, but because Milo's he's 11 years old. He's 11-year-old boxer boy, and I don't know. In order for me to make a trip like that, and I would love to make a trip and just go down south and see my mom. It's not even easy for me to do that. So I would have to have like some sort of and I'm thinking about it, maybe like renting an RV, so that, because I can't, I don't have the strength to go back and forth in a hotel room with them, especially if they're on the second floor,
Right.
and worrying
And if
about
you
them
rent the RV
barking.
first, then you'll get a feel for it,
Oh
before
yeah,
you
I've
go into
rented them
buying one.
before. I've rented them
Oh,
before.
have you? Okay.
Yeah, I want to buy one. So that's the thing. I don't know. I've been kind of looking. I have been looking low key about buying. I can't afford a new one, but I'd be happy buying something that had good bones to it and stuff,
Yeah.
and see. But I mean, anyway. But yeah,
1980
then I would
millennial,
travel with them. I would love to travel with them. I mean, because they would be great to travel with. It's just, especially Danny with a new space, it's like, yeah, so.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I was going to say 1980 millennial there. It is a gathering of nations. All tribes are welcome at the powwow.
Okay, cool. Cool. Anybody else have anything to say? Let's see, absolutely. Let me see. Do you guys want to watch another video? Do you guys want to watch another video? Tell me in the comments if you guys want to watch another video.
Down there.
Are you all right with that, Jamie? To watch another one?
Absolutely.
Anybody talk to me in the comments? There's 61 of you guys. Thank you for that. Jamie, that's good on a 2 o'clock on a Tuesday. So Silnat says yes. She runs the show. Let's see which one we're gonna see. Let's see which one we're gonna pick on. Let me get
your
to
call,
it.
Toddy. Your call.
Yeah. I'm afraid of the twin one, to be honest with you.
Right.
I'm afraid of that one. How about the one you just did on 2 days ago?
Okay, that's the continuation of the Yellow Deli cult one.
Okay, so how about we do, well, the yellow belly cult one is too long for me to do.
Yeah.
It is. I'm sorry.
That's absolutely fine.
Can we do the second half of this one? This way I'll make people go to that one.
Yeah, absolutely. You need to understand the bones of the cult to know what's happened here. So
okay. Do you want to tell them the bones of it at least?
Well, I mean, they're a crazy religious cult. They treat their children horrible. They go to college towns and try to recruit people in, and they have delicious food. That's pretty much the bones of them.
So they have a deli.
Yeah, they have a deli and coffee shops, and then they have communes around everywhere.
And these delis and coffee shops are the people that work in them. They work for basically nothing.
They absolutely nothing. They operate
treated horribly.
And they operate as a 501(d), I believe, so they don't have to pay any income tax or anything like that. So everybody works for free, and they're worked hard.
And
Joy, yeah, got to get the turkey sandwiches in now.
and they front, they're legitimate as a deli and stuff and a coffee place, but
That's
they're
not where their
also
money comes from.
they're
They
right.
have businesses all over the place.
Yeah, that's a front for their cult is
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
And it's called the Yellow Belly. We got another
Yellow
subscription.
Belly.
So
Yeah. Thank you so
Darlene,
much, Darlene. Yeah. So
okay.
then what happened is a fella joined the local cult here while he was on the run from the law for other crimes. And he got caught, and that's what this video is about.
Right. So what Jamie says is that there's why people start cults, or why people enter cults, and that there are a few people that enter cults to run away from the law. And that's the segue here. All right.
Yep.
Let's go.
Hey y'all, Jamie here, back with another episode of Milk, Honey, and Mayhem. In the last video, we talked about the 12 tribes in Yellow Deli cult. Today, we're getting into one specific member of the 12 tribes here in Pulaski. There are many reasons that people join cults. Maybe you're a lost soul, maybe you've hit rock bottom, maybe you really believe the doctrines that they're teaching. But you know who else joins cults? People on the run from the law and who are looking to disappear. And that's exactly what we're talking about today. So let's get into it. Adam Arthur Rosenthal was born in Sheboygan Falls, Wisconsin on June 25th, 1986. The only information I could find on his early life was that his family was pretty abusive and they experienced homelessness after his mom passed away before he made his way to Gainesville, Florida and began making a name for himself in the IT world. Now, Adam's a pretty personable guy, the kind of fellow that could have a conversation with a wall, if you know what I mean. He was a regular in the Gainesville bar scene and most people knew of him. He actually ran for mayor of Gainesville, Florida in 2022 on policies of having more compassion and understanding for people, reducing fossil fuel use, and building a data-driven smart city. But rather than funding his campaign with donations, he took out a personal loan. So I can only imagine how much of a slap in the face with a wet fish feeling it must have been on election night when he only got 236 or 1.2% of the votes, the lowest of all the candidates. After he lost the election, he seemed to have a hard time keeping a job, his last one being at an arcade called Bragging Rights, but he got fired from there because of the sketchy comments he was making to his female coworkers. So now he's jobless and homeless with at least one loan payment due. He was friendly with the owners of Space Bar, which doesn't exist anymore, but it was like a internet cafe / hookah bar type place, and they let him crash there after hours. The last time anyone in Gainesville saw Adam Rosenthal, he was leaving the Space Bar just after midnight on April 24th, 2024. Now, on June 18th, he was officially reported missing, although his friends remained hopeful that he was just off on an adventure. He was on an adventure, all right, the adventure of a psychopath. Who actually made the missing persons report? That would be Auntie Bobo, the nacho lighter queen. See, long before he ran for actual mayor, his buddies down at the Temple of Hedonism had already deemed him as theirs. Google Temple of Hedonism if you want, but don't blame me for what your eyes can't unsee. The adventure Adam Rosenthal was on was becoming a serial killer. Security footage in Macon, Georgia shows a man following 59-year-old Albert Kenneth Knight Jr. around downtown for several hours in the early morning of May 26th. Albert was homeless, so he found a cozy spot in the alleyway off Poplar and 2nd Street and dozed off. Adam crept up holding a cinder block and knocked this poor man upside the head. He left, but he came back a while later, picked up the same cinder block, and went in for some more. He might have gotten away with it, but his other crimes were coming to light. When the Gainesville Police Department posted Adam's official missing persons poster on their Facebook page, their phones began to blow up. Lots of women were reporting that missing man as the one who had been responsible for some very inappropriate behavior, most of it non-consensually criminal, saying that he pushed boundaries that escalated to a terrifying power dynamic. Some women that he had dated took to Reddit, all with similar tales of misogyny and this backpack of fetish gear that he always carried with him, which honestly tracks with the weird shit that the 12 tribes are into. No matter how hard they tried, The police just couldn't locate this man anywhere. If you're on the run from the law, joining a cult that strips you of your identity, renames you, and provides you with an untraceable presence is the perfect way to go. But serial killers are going to do serial killer shit, and I guess he thought that since the folks he was running with there all hated the law, it'd be fine and he'd get away with it. And he might have too, except for his second victim was the cult elder's son. The sheriff's department was notified of a body just after lunch on the 12 Tribes property along Ichabod Lane. That's where they found 25-year-old Darren Gambrell, better known as Cody Coyote. Sheriff Joe Purvis said that he was stabbed multiple times and placed under a piece of farm equipment in an effort to conceal his body. They obtained search warrants for that property along with one of the communal houses along Glendale Drive where both men had been staying. After taking that man's life, he walked into town and proceeded to wait on customers as if nothing had ever happened. He even waited on a buddy of mine that day for lunch. Now, the police found several knives that matched the murder weapon, but they were never able to pin down exactly which one it was, because after the act, he washed it, sanitized it, and put it back in the kitchen. Y'all, it is entirely possible that we were eating turkey sandwiches that had been sliced up with the knife that took that man's life.
I just want to tell you.
That one got me.
Think about that, guys, in the chat. Think about.
Yeah.
Later that afternoon, Pulaski police walked into the Yellow Deli right behind me and arrested Adam Rosenthal. At his arraignment on December 10th, he told Judge Chip Richardson that he had done this because at least a month earlier, God had told him to do so as a way to prove his faith. Referencing the biblical tale of Abraham and Isaac, he said that he believed that those items and opportunity were made available to him as a way to prove his faith, and that if it was not in God's will for it to happen, then God would stop him. His case was bound over to the grand jury, and he remains in the Giles County Jail with no bond. Sheriff Purvis says that he suspects this man may be responsible for even more serious crimes throughout the Southeast. Like most cults, the 12 tribes are incredibly secretive about their burial practices. But you can bet their neighbors are watching. This is their personal cemetery, where they bury those that their God has deemed unworthy. They all wear white togas and hand carry a simple wooden casket up that hill right there. As you can see, there aren't any headstones or markers of any kind, and this spot is really secluded once the trees fill in the summer. There's no telling how many people are buried under this plot of land.
And it's important to say that this is a freshly dug grave, it appears, yes?
Yeah, and there's several, but he's the only one in the cult that we've heard of anything happening to.
Right. You can see the change in the color in the grass there.
I'm going to say there were probably about 16 spots back there that I could see.
Really?
Yeah, not any sort of order
back there.
Anything like what?
How'd you feel about walking back there?
It was incredibly creepy. I'll tell you guys, I live close enough to walk to that from my house. So it was very creepy. It was really quiet just with the cows, but just knowing, I don't know. I just got a weird feeling and I hoofed it right up over the hill and through the woods back home as quick as I could.
There you go. There you go.
Since the members of the 12 tribes fully believe that if God lets you die young, it's your fault, how do they feel about their beloved Cody Coyote? What was his unconfessed sin? That's all I've got on the cult murders right now, but I'm going to follow this case and keep you all up to date with whatever happens. This bit of mayhem is just a little bit too close for my comfort, so next week I'm bringing y'all some milk and honey and farm to table. I'm thinking we might need to all stick with greens, beans, taters, and cornbread for a while after this case. So let me know what y'all think down in the comments. I really do love your feedback. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit the little notification bell over there if you want to be notified when I drop a video. And if anybody wants to buy me a coffee, I'll drop my Cash App in the description below. Thank y'all for watching. And until next time, y'all be good.
So there's Cash App if anybody wants to buy Jamie a cup of coffee.
Appreciate it.
And so let me just say that There was a few things. Oh, here somebody has something. Here we go. So what I wanted to say was that the first video that you put out about that part, okay, you got 125 subscribe 20
Oh my goodness, you guys. Thank you. Much love.
128 subscribers now. So,
Thank you.
and as people watch this, thank you, Cherokee Girl. Thank you a lot. As a lot of people watch this, you know, I think that
Replay
they'll
crew.
go.
Absolutely. Hey
Yeah.
guys.
So that would be absolutely awesome for that to
Yeah.
happen. So, but it's important. So, in the video about the twins,
Mhm.
that video bothered me because the crimes that were already committed before the big crime, there was already big crimes committed, and the fact that they were let out in 5 years because of overpopulation. Like, I don't know what happened to Jamie, but that happened on the video where the crime with the twins. So I was saying the crime with the twins, it really bothered me that they got out, like that the one
Yes.
brother got out in 5 years because of overpopulation,
Mm-hmm.
only to later commit horrific crimes.
Absolutely horrific.
And even one of them's out now, right? Isn't one of
Yeah.
them like, I don't
Actually,
fucking pardon my language, I just do not understand that.
I don't either. Actually, I ran into him the other day. I was at the Dollar General picking up some
Oh my
items and he
gosh,
walked
that's
in
horrible.
right
That is
by me.
friggin' horrible.
It was
Nobody
terrifying.
should have to go through that.
No,
Nobody should have to go through that.
no. I mean, it was brutal what they did, not
Yeah.
brutal.
Yeah. And that's really, really dark. And again, I can't get that in my country or region. Nah, that's very nice of you anyway, Anna.
Thank you anyway. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Estiana. But nobody should have to live among
Mm-mm.
animals like those are
Absolutely not. And he's got this Facebook page, and on his Facebook page, he clearly states where he's building a cabin and he calls it his future hideout. Who needs a hideout?
if they're not doing anything wrong,
Yeah,
right?
what's he got planning? I
Yeah.
I don't know. It's odd.
Yeah, no, I didn't. How do you feel about putting, it's on your channel. It's so
Yeah.
you're calling out his stuff on your channel. How do you feel about that?
I tell you, I was worried at first, but then I'm just looking at it with the mindset of if I've just put something out about them and something happens to me, they're going looking for them. So hopefully they know that and they won't touch me.
Right, right. It's
Um,
documented when there's stuff
yeah,
online. You can't be
yeah,
the only one putting stuff out on them. If I were to
right.
look them up, I guarantee you I would find
Oh
that
yeah, there's a lot on them. And
yeah,
honestly, the
so
thing that worries me the most is getting a cross burning in my front yard or something.
right, right,
Yeah,
right, right. But, there was also fascinating stories of triumph in your little town as
yeah,
well.
a
You know what I
lot.
mean? I mean, is that what they call it? Do they call it a town? Like right now, I live in what they call a city, but I've lived in towns that are like around here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're a town. We're very small.
Yeah,
Like the
yeah.
square is you can get from one side of town to the other in 5 minutes.
So the store to go to for everything is Dollar General, right?
Well, we have Walmart and then
Okay,
Dollar
so you do have a
General.
Walmart. A
We have
Walmart's
a Walmart.
that's
Yeah.
is that
And
does it have the grocery store?
it does. It does. It has a pretty good selection, but I tell you, I love our local mom and pop grocery stores. I try to shop local as much as I
Right,
can.
right. And I did too when we lived in the towns, but unfortunately, well, there's still some places that you can go. And I try on the way home to usually go to those mom and pop places that you're talking
Right.
about, the places that you try to keep because they still give you a better customer care. How is that?
Absolutely.
How is that where you live? Is the customer care
Eh,
because in
yeah,
the
it's a
South it seems to people are always like, sir and ma'am and thank you, and they seem to.
Absolutely.
So
We
yeah,
do all of that down here. And I mean, when you go to the grocery store, they're going to unload your groceries for you and then put them back in the buggy and take them out. No tip required, just out of kindness.
right. Wow. Isn't
Yeah.
that something? But not at Walmart. Walmart
No,
doesn't
not at
do it.
Walmart. No.
Yeah, at the mom and
No.
pop store they do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's very cool. I love to see places that still can appreciate, being in part of a community and being appreciative, uh being appreciative of where people spend their money. I always
Yeah.
found that to be something, but it's gotten lost. Exactly. Not just in Dallas Fort Worth here, but how is that in
Anywhere, really.
Scotland? I want to ask you,
Mm.
Anna, how is that in Scotland about having like just the kindness of people. People seem kind, but I stayed in hotels are supposed to be kind. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, just I don't know. Here in I think that in the towns, people are more friendly than in the cities, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, in the South, I mean that you're kind of raised up with manners down here. Your first word is please or thank you.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it used to be that's what it was when you were raised correctly, in my opinion, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
People are mostly lovely in SD Anna in Scotland. Scotland, not all
Good.
of
I could see
Scotland.
that.
You know who has full service gas stations? New Jersey. New Jersey.
Really? Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
like
because you're not allowed to pump your own gas there, right?
you are not. They in I
That's
mean,
interesting.
regardless of which gas station you go to, they pump the gas there. It's very
Wow.
weird. It's very
Wow.
weird.
We have
But
one full service gas station left in town.
oh, we don't have any. We don't
We have
have
one.
any.
Yeah.
No. We have none. I have to actually go out and get gas because I'm gonna need gas to get to work tonight, and I have to go to the post office because somebody mailed me something a while ago, and because it's just been so cold, I have not had the energy to get so bundled up to run to the post office. I'll be honest, I haven't, and I've got a couple bracelets to send out. Somebody got one. I think they live in Wales. I got to get that address.
All
And
right.
then you won
I,
one, and then I
I
think
got one.
somebody got another one as well. So I have to get that one
Neat.
out as well and send those bracelets out to people. But and yeah, so that's what's going on. So that's what's happening to um that's what's happening with Jamie
Yeah.
on her channel, Milk Honey and Mayhem. And
Yes.
I'm so glad that we were here to break over 100. There's no doubt that you will
Appreciate
get
that, guys.
your 1,000.
I hope you enjoy it. And next week, I've got coming up some farm to table beef for you guys to see how we go from a cow to the steak or burger that you eat every day.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That is very, very cool.
Along with
And
a little history, of
yeah, I
course.
love that. I love
Yeah.
that. And if there's anything that the channel can help you with,
Thank you.
give out a call. And I would love to do this again. Maybe when you're able to go live, you
Yeah,
can have me as a
absolutely.
guest.
That would be wonderful.
I would love that. I would love that. All right. Well, I'm gonna get ready to go to the post office, and then I'm gonna go and go to bed for a little bit, and then I'm up and I'm doing a live tonight with Uncorked with Brandy. And I know that a few people, I got the message, are not really happy about this, but there's a reason why I'm doing it. I don't think that Brandy needs to be held accountable for everything Fancy's done. And I think it's fair to listen to people. We don't have to believe everything that everybody says, but it is important, I think, to at least give people the chance. You can't be only happy when I give people second chances when you agree with the people that I give second chances to. You got to let me give second chances.
Yep.
And we'll see. And if they mess up or if it was a mistake, then to be honest with you, I still wouldn't take it as a mistake on my part. It would be what they did. And then if I did it again, it would be a mistake on my part. So,
A mistake is just an opportunity to learn. Maybe she needs
exactly.
to learn.
Exactly. Well, let's see. Let's see. Maybe, maybe Brandy has, figured things out. She says she's not associated with Fancy anymore. So, let's see.
I'll be over here in the chat with you guys watching that
Okay.
tonight.
The only thing I ask is that everybody, be kind. Just give people a chance. And if you can't, maybe just skip this one out and watch it on the rewind crew, because I want to know certain things about what happened, especially with Nick.
Mhm.
And I'm interested in Dawn Boker's recovery as somebody that's interested in people that recover. And I'm interested in her clearing her name,
Mhm.
Dawn Boker. So, I think that that's an important thing. And if somebody made mistakes in the past and they've realized them, it was 25, 30 years ago when I saw myself in a family member that spoke to somebody horribly about a coffee machine. And I said to myself, I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that person. So everybody, gets a revelation at some point. So, let's see what happens there. Anyway, that's what's going on here. Esty Anna won't be here. She'll be in bed because, Scotland. Anyway, Jamie, I really like your channel. I'm going to
Thank you.
stay a subscriber and I'm going to be checking out your videos on Sunday.
Appreciate it.
And guys, check out these videos. And, she definitely communicates in the chat.
Yeah, come talk to me over there. I love hearing what you guys think about what I'm doing.
Yeah. And don't forget, she's part of our community,
Yeah.
and
First and foremost.
Well,
I'll
no,
always be
don't
a
let that
dedicated
be.
one skipper.
Yeah, that's fine, but don't be a first and foremost. Your channel has got so much potential, and I can't wait
Thank
to
you.
see where it's at a year from now and continue to watch it every week. And if there's anything I could help you with, you can reach out to me as always. Okay.
Absolutely.
And thank you so much for coming on to my channel and showing off your channel and watching
Appreciate
a
it.
few videos. And looking
Appreciate it.
forward to seeing your channel grow. All right, so everybody take care. I'm going to run to the post office and all that good stuff. All right.
Okay. Bye,
All
guys.
right, take care. Take care, Jamie.
See you, Toddy. Thank you.
Okay.